When things are not working out in your life, what should you do to redirect it? That's a good question, right? I'll tell you like this. I'm an empath, right? And part of being an empath, we tend on to take on other people's emotions, meaning that we feel people's emotions more than regular, right? And when you're an empath, sometimes we can't tell the difference from somebody else's energy and our energy. So if you don't put that boundary up sometimes, right, what tends to happen is you become overwhelmed, mentally burnt out, physically burnt out. So I'm going to break down the steps of things to do to get yourself redirected back on the path that you need to get on, right? The first thing that I say that you got to do is time management. And what I say is time management, I'm saying like this. At times, we have so many goals or so many things that we got to tackle in one day, right? So you have to focus on one thing at a time. So once you focus on that one thing at a time, then you can move on to another thing. But when you tacking on so many things, you're going to become overwhelmed and you're going to become burnt out. And you don't want to do that, right? Identifying the cause of your failure is another thing. You got to understand your triggers, right? What triggered you to feel like you burnt out and overwhelmed, right? What triggered you to feel stressed out? What triggered you to be angry? What triggered you to be sad? The moment that you find that out is the moment that you can start the healing process and the moment that you can find the solutions to your problem. And now, another thing that I could say is remember your purpose / condition, right? You got to go back to the reason why you started what you started. You got to go back to the core reason of what is your purpose in life. And if you don't know your purpose, you got to identify what is your purpose in life, right? And what I'm saying is you got to recenter yourself to what makes you happy. You got to find out what makes you happy. A lot of people say chase your happiness, but they don't break down how to go about it. What is something that you always wanted to do? That's a question that you need to answer. And once you find out what you always wanted to do, then you just start trying new things. And then if you start to like it along the way that you're starting to try new things, then that's the moment that you'll start to find out what makes you happy, right? And another thing, what I'm saying is condition your mind. Sometimes you got to condition your mind. And what I'm saying is how to condition your mind is you got to focus on the habits that you have, even if it's a bad habit, right? Say if you want to come home, watch TV, like come home, take a shower, throw in your pajamas, whatever it is, and you want to watch TV, right? What you got to do is once you come home, take a shower, watch TV and stuff like that, instead of putting your pajamas on, you put on some workout clothes and you work out. Simple. You know what I'm saying? That's how you make the small little transitions to do certain things. Like, for example, I'm about to get back into working out. So the transition of me working out is doing small little things in small increments. And what I mean by that is I'm going to start doing like 10 push-ups a day. When I know I could do more, but I'm going to do 10 push-ups a day for 2 weeks straight. Then after that, I'm going to increase. And then after that, I'm going to increase and increase. But that's how you change your bad habits into something that's positive. You got to make those small transitions every single day. And once you make those transitions, you start developing a momentum. You understand? Another thing is we tend to lose focus, right? We tend to lose focus a lot because we doing so many things at one time. I know I've been saying this from the beginning of the video, but what I'm saying is we do so many things and you just have to focus on one thing at a time. You can't be everything in every place all at once. You understand? And yeah, so my final question to you is, are you going to let people take you out of your momentum of what you want in life? And if that's not what you want to do, then you got to ask yourself this. What makes you happy? And what are you going to do to go chase that happiness? Answer that question. Comment down below.